Hey guys, you're watching the Best Damn Comic Show, and today we're gonna do a quick little episode. Daniel is out of the country in Italy, and he
got deported.
He got deported from. He's Mexican, but he got
missed
sent
my
to Italy.
He missed my video last week, so I shipped him out. I said, "Get out."
If you want to check our video, it's on Facebook on the DJ's Universal Comics page.
Unbelievable.
But before we get started on the picks of the week, I want to talk.
Happy past 4th, by the way.
Yeah, happy 4th of July, guys. We hope you had a good time at home with your family, barbecuing, fireworks, maybe at the beach, whatnot. You know, America, fuck yeah. But just want to talk real quick. I want to throw some warnings out there for you guys. Now, this past week, 2 books hit really hard. One of them has been a long time hit. The Walking Dead. Sudden cancellation. Monday, Robert Kirkman announced, hey, I'm done. 193 is the last. So everyone made a mad scramble to their local comic shops to pick up that issue. So
I had none.
Yeah, I was here. Like, Cat's turning people away. Like, hey, come next week because he.
There's a possibility I should have some more in 2 Wednesdays.
Right, but it's one of those things. Like, why did people want to get it? Is it because they're Walking Dead fans, or is it because they went on eBay and saw that people are charging $10, $15, $20 for this last issue because it was not necessarily like heavily ordered versus other issues?
Hard call, man.
Yeah,
hard call.
I mean, like, does this have legs? I personally don't think so. I think that the series was kind of dying with the TV show. As the TV show started dying, people started losing interest in a lot of the back issues as well. Like, #1 hit real high,
but I heard it went back up.
Yeah. I mean, there's peaks and valleys.
There's peaks and...
But it was also because the announcement, because they said Rick's going to have his own show.
But I remember I've always said, Walking Dead, it's a roller coaster ride. It goes high, it drops, then it goes back up whenever they do a TV show announcement, and it goes higher than the last drop. It always...
Right.
It's a drop climb situation for Walking Dead.
So let me ask you, in your experience, when a series ends, how do the back issues do once it ends? Normally.
This is going to be a tough goal because this was Image's best-selling title, bro.
Right.
I mean, I think it was 40 plus around there, 40 or so, 40,000 units, and this was their best-selling title. I wonder what the next one is, 20, half of that. So this, because of the TV show, and the TV show is going to keep going. Plus you're going to have the Rick movies. This could have legs, in my opinion.
Okay.
I wish there was a better ending, in my opinion.
Right.
But this could have length because you're still gonna have Rick movies. People are gonna want to see those Rick movies, and they're gonna want the Walking Dead. They might come up with Kirkman might be done with Walking Dead.
They might bring another guy in.
But they might have a one shot.
Right.
A mini series. There's plenty other characters he wanted. Walking Dead's always been a Rick Grimes story.
Right.
I don't care what anybody tells you. It's been Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes dead, done. Carl's the only one left, but he's dead in the TV show, so there's no Grimes family left,
right?
Except for Rick. So you might have one shots or miniseries on, Michonne or somebody. So the book could still be alive, but not by Kirkman.
But I throw it out there specifically because if you're going out there and you're finding the book at cover price, have at it. Have a blast.
I doubt you're gonna find that at cover price at this point. I mean,
Well, I got a point here.
Okay, you got
your
point.
What I'm saying is, if you find it at cover price, that's great. But if you're gonna start spending 3 times, 4 times cover at the secondary market, be careful,
dude.
Be careful.
Wednesday morning, I got a text from one of my boys up in Santa Clara. There's a shop there. They were literally selling the book for $15 right off the when they opened the doors. They were selling it for $15, and nobody was buying. I'm like, wow. But then again, as of Monday, the book was still available on reorders. But then as of Tuesday night, I think Wednesday morning, the book was sold out.
Right.
So, but that's kind of screwed up. I don't know. Everybody's different. I mean, I know shop down the street from me, Wednesday night, they were charging $10.
Right.
I was getting calls left and right from all over the LA basin. My phone number, my area code was... it's like, what's that song? I got hoes and different area codes. I mean, my phone was blowing up with different area codes, looking for this book. I got to the point, I was like, Universal Comics, I'm out of Walking Dead. I'll see you in 2 weeks. How can I help you? They're like, yeah, I'm calling about that. So, supply and demand, bro.
Right, absolutely. And just think about why you want the book. Do you want the book because you're a Walking Dead fan, or do you want the book because you think you're going to flip it and make a bunch of money? And I always be very careful when it comes to that. Which brings me to the second book, which was hot last week, which has not been hot for how long?
Oh, Jesus.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I only sell one copy of that fucking book.
There you go.
I ordered 2 copies. The second copy sits. But last week you had the first appearance of another turtle, female turtle this time around. So, you know, people going crazy. I don't know. I mean,
the 1 in 10 variant got up to $95. I think maybe even over $100 the day.
But what's the cover like? I mean, was it a cool cover? And that's the thing, is like literally how many dealers are actually ordering 10 copies of Turtles to sell a variant?
Right.
Not many. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that many.
Exactly.
You know, so I mean, there's that low print syndrome. That's why the book, and plus you couple it with the first appearance, yeah, the book could be hot.
But for how long? And that's, once again, that's my concern is, this is a book that nobody was buying for a long time now. And there was a first appearance, I want to say 2 years ago, there was a couple first appearances where they heated for a little bit. I think they went like $2 or $3 over
But
cover.
this is a female turtle. This is part of the gang. This is different. This is not another character. This is like, I mean, I think her first appearance is human. It's in number 51, which I don't have. And then this is her first appearance as a turtle.
Right, but where are the legs on this though?
The legs
if
are.
You weren't reading, the Turtles
legs
at all.
are if she makes an appearance in the cartoon. I mean, you gotta remember, this is a Nickelodeon product.
Right.
This is not Eastman anymore. You know, it's
But
licensed out to him. So if she makes it, and it's like I said before, you know, Miles Morales
is the cartoon popular though.
But Miles Morales, in 30, 40 years from now, that could be somebody else's Amazing Fantasy 15.
This is true.
This Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle girl, I mean, you know, 20, 30, it's this generation, could be this generation Turtles, you know, I don't know. I mean, you find it at cover, a couple of bucks over, so under 10,
my other question is, how many kids do you have coming in here asking for turtle books?
There's none. No kids. I got kids. You know what kids are asking me for? They ask me about superhero stuff because that's what's prevalent on the big screen.
And that's my point.
No, you got a valid point, but you never know with this market. I mean, you
really never know. Like, and it goes right back to what I said originally. If you can find this book at cover price or the variant at a decent price,
dude, I'd buy the regular cover one of cover A or cover B. I'd buy, if I'd see it at $5 to $10, I'd buy it.
Right.
Shit, don't buy fucking Starbucks for a day.
Now, if you see it at $60, do you buy it?
The variant
or the regular cover even?
No, at that point, I don't know.
And that's because there's people out there that are always. I guess my point here is the strategy should always be like, who is buying these books and who's driving the price up? Because we talk about Miles Morales. He just mentioned Miles Morales. Why is Miles Morales hot?
Well, because he's a Marvel brand, Disney brand.
He's Marvel one, and because the movie was awesome, and the people are now interested in it.
Yeah, and it's a Disney brand, so they're going to be running around, you know, Disneyland in next year when you have Marvel Land. You know, it's got legs. But
it's also, and then was another example we talk about, Immortal Hulk. Why is Immortal Hulk hot?
Because Hulk is Hulk, and if they make a fucking Immortal Hulk movie, which I hope they do, that's just gonna be insane. And it's Hulk. Hulk will always be around.
But there's a reason why, though.
Because it's fucking good.
It's good. The book itself is good, guys. That's why Immortal Hulk is hot, because the book itself
Al Ewing
is good.
Dude, I'm literally starting to look like almost anything Al Ewing's got cooking from this point on. It's insane. So Valkyrie #1, make sure you guys get it. I know people are gonna be like, oh, it's Valkyrie, but it's Al Ewing. There's something cooking. I don't know. I mean, look, at the end of the day, books, so you get that quick spike. It's like me with my variants. I don't sell them. Why? Well, why? Because so I could get $50, $100 from, you know, that's fine. I missed the boat. I let it sit 5, 6, 7 years from now. You know what? It'll still be worth $100, maybe more.
Right.
So if you don't sell it, if you don't find it a cover, you pay whatever price you have. You hold on to it. You watch the market. Let people forget about it. And 5, 6 years, you pull it out. You sell it. I mean, the numbers are not going to change.
They're not going to change. Absolutely not.
It's going to be a low print run book, no matter what.
So, if you can afford it, do what you got to do. But there's people out there who are, you think you're ahead of the game. You're not. I guess that's
look. I thought, man, I gotta fucking start looking at look at Marvel Comics Presents from 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
You know, I did not see this new Wolverine.
Nobody did.
I'm looking. I was like, what the hell?
Apparently, there's like a cameo in number 5.
That book's going 25.
Nobody talked about that book, that issue.
There's, you know, I mean, I have to literally start paying attention to my books now, like literally. And I thought I had it under control.
And speaking of books, let's get into the picks of the week. Mike, are we good? Is it still rolling?
Yep.
All right, cool. What do you got, Kat?
I got Batman 74, and the only reason I want to look at it is because we're gonna have a final conflict between Bruce Wayne and his dad from Flashpoint.
Okay.
I mean, Tom King, I've talked about this book before. He's been great, and there's been a lull. DC's pulling him off the book because the numbers are down. They're giving him his own book so he can finish the Batman Catwoman storyline. I don't know who's coming after, but I want to see. Last issue was, I mean, the whole thing was just like a snoozer in a way, but it was solid.
Right.
So I want to see what happens. Batman versus Batman. It's got a great freaking cover.
Right.
And that's not even the variant; it's the regular cover. It's freaking phenomenal, So I'm in it for another issue. We'll see after that.
How was Event Leviathan #1?
Boring, but I'm in it for #2.
Okay.
I want to see what. I am so tired, and I've said it before.
I want to defend you right now, because if you watch some of our other episodes, you might think that Kat is a DC hater, but I feel like he honestly is trying to really find something good. Like you want them to be good.
But you know what's good? Hawkman by Venditti. It's a solid read. It's like Batman and the Outsiders. I like it, and all these other main books that they put so much effort behind, they freaking suck.
Fair enough.
Green Lantern. I tried reading last week's issue. I must have read it 5 fucking times. I'm like, what am I looking at?
Right.
Can somebody translate this shit for me? So I'm trying. It's not like I don't try. I love these characters. I've been reading Marvel DC since 1982.
Yep.
I love these characters. I'm sorry, But that's my DCs. Marvel, we're done with the War of the Realms. We still have Omega next week, and again, you're looking at these first appearance syndromes, little tidbits they throw. I'm looking at the solicitation. I'm like, there's got to be something in there.
Right.
There's got to be something leading on to something. So I'm looking, and it's Jason Aaron, so I'm looking forward to that. Avengers 21. You have a leading into the next storyline, which is the whole Ghost Rider war, and that looks cool as beans. You got Danny Ketch, you got the new kid, you got the old Johnny Blaze, Mephisto's involved. I'm looking.
So it's a combination of all the Ghost Riders.
Plus Squadron Supreme of America is in there, so we kind of get to see what Evil Colton's been doing. I mean, I love Jason Aaron stuff. I'm looking for. Plus, you have Thor 15, so you get a triple dose of Jason Aaron between Water Realms Omega, Avengers 29, and Thor 15. And you're gonna see the next link because he's gonna give us King Thor. And again, I just don't know what they're gonna throw at you that 2 months, that week, or whenever. You'd be like, oh shit, I gotta go get that book.
Right.
And there's a few others, but the one that I'm looking forward to the most is gonna be Venom 16. Donny Cates is back. And that Silver Surfer Black, the way that issue ended with that.
He just keeps pulling rabbits out of hats this year.
Dude, I don't know, man. This kid's phenomenal, and you got the Absolute Carnage storyline coming up, so that stuff's gonna be insane with a bunch of tie-ins. But you know what? It's just good, solid reading with good art. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, those are my picks for next week.
Follow the symbiote trail, guys. Symbiotes are hot right now.
Oh, there you go get your war with all the stuff from the 90s when they introduced Scream and all those other guys, because they're popping in these books, and people are gonna go crazy for those first appearances. I mean, I'm yeah, But that's me for next week.
As for me, guys, variants this week. Wasn't really impressed.
Wait, I got a honorary mention.
Honorary mention? Okay.
Honorary mention, just because I fucking love both characters. Blade versus Wolverine. You're gonna do the variants, but dude, this book, the regular cover looks great, but that's gonna be a guilty pleasure for me.
Fun
Mark
read.
Guggenheim,
Yeah.
he's solid writer, but yeah, go for it.
All right. This week, not my favorite variant week, but we got DC Year of the Villains. I'm actually a big fan of portraits. Marvel did it with the Fantastic Four villains a couple months ago. DC's doing. I don't know what this Year of the Villains thing
and
is.
they're charging $1 more though, because they're
hardcover. Yeah, they're card stock, but they're portraits, and I feel like that's when you really see an artist shine, when they get to do just the head and not have to worry about hands, body, whatever.
Weird choice of character.
Yeah, the characters are a bit
That's
odd.
what-
Like some of them don't make sense. I don't know why Cyborg's
it's-
on villains, Lois Lane's like it's an Adam Hughes one. That's a nice one, but I'm just gonna say pick the ones you like. I'm gonna throw them up all up on the screen. You choose. Then Jennifer's on. Every time I always pick her books. I'm a big fan.
You need to take her out to dinner, bro, when you go to Comic-Con or something.
She's gonna be in Puerto Rico actually.
Puerto Rico,
She'll be
hey!
at Comic-Con in Puerto Rico
There you
during
go.
Comic-Con.
Better fly your
I
ass
talked
out
to her
there.
on Instagram. She's like, no Comic-Con for me this year. I'm going to PR instead. Fuck you guys. But Jennifer's on. She's killing it with these Wonder Woman covers, and I feel like long term she's a good hold. She's good.
She's a good hold.
She's good hold. And then finally, Wolverine versus Blade #1. I mean, the title explains it all. I don't think have we ever had a book where Wolverine fights Blade?
I don't think so.
You know, this is a fun book. Blade is getting a push right now.
Yes, he is.
He's going to be getting his own series on Hulu Plus. Wolverine is back in full effect now. Wolverine's coming back
Who's
to where he was
playing him,
before.
though? That's the question.
That's a good question.
Oh, man, because,
yeah.
man, if Homie comes back, Dr.
Well,
Knives.
I'm not gonna give you guys a spoiler, but if you watch Far From Home, somebody comes back. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But anyways, there's a 1 in 50 Delato cover. Delato covers always seem to do well over time. And like Kat said before we started the show, how many people ordered 50 copies of this book? So you find that book.
What's Midtown have it for? 75?
They have it for 63. They have it for
63.
So
yeah, so expect it to be a $50 book off the bat.
right. So if you find this for a decent price, guys, snatch it up because Delato does well, and it's Wolverine versus Blade. Good character combination.
Dude, TV show, Marvel
Exactly.
movies, you know.
Exactly. Having the
potential.
rights together just makes everything that much more.
Just gels.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I watched Far From Home. There's going to be a review coming out later, and I couldn't tell you what's happening next in the Marvel Universe. I no prediction whatsoever because that's how crazy stuff kind of ends.
Dude, I watched Dodgeball, the unrated version. I was dying.
I
love that movie. Dodgeball, the unrated version. I was dying last night. 12:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh my god, this shit's hilarious. What's his name with the hair and just beautiful movie.
So I'm trying to make the tie-in, but anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for us. Thanks for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, leave comments, let us know what you think. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Ring the bell if you are. Kat, take us away.
Read comics. See you guys next week.